Chapter 44, Translation. Marcus and Sextus, having gone out of school, along with Eucleides and another slave, were going home. Suddenly, Eucleides said to the boys, "Do you wish or want to go to the baths?" These words having been heard, or when they heard these words, the boys rejoiced a whole lot. Soon they arrived at the baths and entered into the changing room, which now was full of boys who, having gone out from school, had gone to that place with their tutors. There they removed their clothes. Notice here, ao means to that place. Remember the question word quo says to what place. Notice that this word quod is not meaning because, but does mean which. It is a relative pronoun. Notice that said comes almost anywhere in the sentence. Always put it after the translation says, after whoever says it. Suddenly Eucleides said here. All right, continuing with line 7. Marcus, his clothes having been removed, or when he removed his clothes, said, "Now let us go into the wrestling floor." But Eucleides said, "No way. Your father ordered me to take you before 9 o'clock, to take you home, return you before 9 o'clock. Then he said to the other slave, whose name was Asellus, "Stay here, guard the clothes diligently, for here there are accustomed to be many thieves who sell stolen clothes or clothes having been stolen in the city." Here, notice please, again you've got your said way after the person who said it. In fact, the person who said it is not named. He said, and you have to put it earlier because alterotherico is dative case. To him, or to whom, Asellus answered, "I always guard clothes diligently. Nobody is able to steal clothing with me as guard." Then the boys, their clothes having been handed over, entered into the warm room, and from there into the hot room, where there was a great crowd of men. Suddenly, nevertheless, Sextus exclaimed, "Oh, I am sick. I am not able to bear this heat. I will go and I will return. I will go out and I will return to the changing room." Here notice that vestimentis traditis says their clothes having been handed over. You can also say when they had handed over their clothes, that is, to people who were taking care of them. Notice please that the subject of erat is actually magna turba. It's all right if we want to say where there was a great crowd. It's also all right to say where a great crowd of men was. Then went out of the warm room, he saw Asellus sitting near the clothes. Asellus was sleeping. At that very time, the clothes were being stolen by a certain slave. When Sextus saw this, he cried out, "Catch that thief!" As soon as the thief heard Sextus's shout, at the same time Asellus jumped out of his chair. At the same time Sextus ran to the door. The thief fled onto the wrestling floor, for he had it in mind, or he intended, to hide himself among the crowd. Since, nevertheless, he was not able to escape into the street, he fled into the cold room. We will stop here. I will record the other section of 44 on another vodcast.